2 minutes too late. Ladies and gentlemen, we're live here on Score 58 Network. Busting out a little Alanis Morissette here. It is. It's just like rain on your wedding. Crazy world that we're living in right now. We're getting ready for some wonderful action here. And I can't say enough about these two gentlemen in this crazy world that we live in here on Score 58 Network. We have some great games. First up in this great game that we have the Metro Atlanta Horsemen and the Georgia Thrashers. But no, you know, and don't think that we can't have another game. I mean, right now, you're just looking at the screen right now. We got the Soldier Force of the NDFL and the Carolina Seminoles. They're about to start off here. They're getting ready for the kickoff. So don't think that we can't bring that game to you. That is a bonus game for those people out there in Score 58 Network world. But our main game right now is what you're seeing right here. The Metro Atlanta Horsemen versus the Georgia Thrashers. I'm Bo McMichael with Adam Collins and Craig Chapman. Craig and Adam, how are y'all both doing tonight? Talk to me. Share your feelings. Just let it out. It's Alanis Morissette. Talk to me. Craig, how are you doing, sir?
Great, man. It's been a wonderful day.
To get that voice. Hey, you know, I'm going to pop over here to the multicast verse just because we get that right here. We get the Force and the Seminoles. We'll have a chance to really dig in. We got 3 games tonight. If you're interested in watching here and you've tuned in on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitter, understand that you're going to have to pay your $10 here in about 15 minutes because we're going to go away and do that. But the Seminoles are kicking off. Everybody get up. I feel like we got to have that. The red is the Force. The Seminoles are in the white. We're in Piedmont, South Carolina, where it's 75 wonderful degrees out there to be able to do that. I'm keeping my eyes set here on this game here. We've got a little switch here. They're getting ready for the coin toss. We're not going to go to them until they're ready. That's the Horsemen and the Thrashers of the APDFL. We're keeping live across the boards. We got 3 games. Gentlemen, how has your week been? Just overall. Talk to me, Adam Collins. How has your week been?
Better than I deserve.
Better?
That's how most of my weeks go.
I appreciate you saying that, better than the weeks go on that part. So for those people that are trying to find us out there in social media world, you can go to Score 58 Network to get the ticket prices on that part. Force are in red in the NDFL. They're undefeated.
And will remain.
Oh, they will. I mean, if I was to roll out here, a quick throw and catch right here. Let's just throw out there who's going to win this game. Coach Collins, one team's 3-0, the other team's 1-1. Who's going to win this game?
Force by 4 touchdowns.
4 touchdowns. For those people that don't know math, that's 28 points. That's okay. In that sense, we're offering all different things here in the world. Coach Chapman, what do you think is going to happen here?
I'm going to go Force, and I'm going to just top Coach Collins. I'm going to go Force by 35.
We were, Force by 35. And the Seminoles are one that's paying the bill, so I'm picking the Seminoles. They pay my bill. I like their red stripe in their helmets. The Force have gotten their helmets up to date. I always enjoy when both teams can really get their helmets up and moving. It's always a plus. The Seminoles have a nice spear of the FSU style. I do enjoy the bright red. Are we able to see the numbers? Oh, balls on the ground.
You got to be kidding me.
And it's turnover. Looks like, flag on the play. Nobody likes it when there's a flag on the play to be able to do that. And I will clear, listen to y'all. Y'all got to help me. I got to clear the who will win if y'all want to be able to see that. They're waving off the flag.
He meant to throw the beanbag.
I know. The nice thing is,
I like beanbags.
In Score 58 Network style, you're able to watch our multicast if you purchase a ticket, or actually able to watch the game itself. And that's with its entirety. And it's kind of raw without our version of it and a conversation. We've allowed that this year more than anything. Seminoles take over I am keeping my eye on the Thrashers and the Horsemen. They have not started their kickoffs. Coach Chapman, if you see that come across, please yell at me.
Yes, sir.
So we can click over that. Gentlemen, I'm going to let y'all take the realm right now and call the game. I'll be quiet. Once again, this is the NDFL action here on Score 58 Network. Glad to have you with you. I'm Bo, Adam, and Craig, and full of force here. Somebody would call us Run DMC, but it's just Adam Collins and Craig Chapman. I mean, just two average Joes with some tequila in them right now, and that's okay.
Wow.
I'm throwing you out there because I don't have to see our beautiful faces. But if I was to look at our beautiful faces, I would say, hey, look.
They're not beautiful.
Oh, look. Get even in the camera there, Coach Chapman.
Move
over to the other way, man. The
there
other
it
way.
is.
All right. These
That's
are
horrible.
Look at this. It's fun. Back to the game we go. All right. That's okay.
I broke the camera.
Yeah. And it won't be the last time, man.
That's absolutely the truth.
It
I
won't
like how
be.
you did the Frankenstein.
I love that. I'm the only one left in the camera, so we'll
You sounded like Ren. Stampy, you idiot!
That's
All right, there, Rennie
that will be
Stimpy.
said many times tonight.
Yeah, and it won't be the last.
I love that show. Only for that sole reason. You know, I've introduced my children to Beavis and Butthead.
And
That is a horrible show. I mean, that is a college-based show. It really
so
is.
funny, man.
It is. All right, gentlemen, I'm going to get off the mic here and let y'all kind of call the game a little bit. I'll pay attention to you so I can bring in some music and humor. The Force in the red. No, in the blue. The Seminoles in the
wow,
white.
that was terrible.
That was awful from the get-go.
There was
Yeah, that's one of those plays, that jet zone work. You know, that takes so much time to develop that time, and especially if you're not going to hand the ball off.
Yeah, you got to have
But-
it hit right. Everything is.
But everything that I've ever been taught as far as that play goes is that jet man, that motion man, has to be running top speed unless you're going to run what we used to call ice, where we would X block it, the fullback would lead, and he would turn up, so you're getting an ISO out of the jet man.
We had a
you
guy
know.
named Christian Hill at Lovejoy, and he was the best I've ever had do that. Him and maybe Isaiah Eppinger.
Squirt could scoot.
Yes, he could. So it's second down in the next state for a first down right here.
But here's a chance for them to make something out of nothing,
And if you're holding the down marker, duck, because that was right at your head.
you know, because, I mean, if you're the Knowles coming in this game, you got to know you're the underdog.
You, definitely.
You know, you've squeaked out a victory.
You won 6-4.
And
I mean, I'm right?
Yeah.
It was 6-4.
and then the next week it started out close and you got beat handily. So if you got to know you're the underdog and you just got a turnover early in the game after the other team was driving, you got to do something with this.
And I'm going to say this, the worst thing that could happen right now is for them to get sacked right here, because then it puts their punter in the end zone. And we've seen how that plays out. In South Carolina,
the snap has been a real problem
there's
for
going
them.
to be a safety. And
Good job getting the ball out.
nice play right there.
And had a receiver. I don't know. I'd call him open, but he had a receiver.
Well, he's getting trapped, Coach. I'm just going to tell you right now, they're getting the doubles and they're running a clear out route and a 5, 6, 7 yard out route, and the corner is just sitting there looking. And I mean looking right at the quarterback, and when he's turning it loose on the out route. And they're lucky that didn't end up in the end zone for 6 on the pick 6. So now we get a punt, the most interesting and terrifying play, of most of these games. I will say this, we haven't seen a punt return for a touchdown this year, have we, Coach?
No, we have not. We've seen some punt snaps that went for a touchdown.
Absolutely. We have seen that. We have seen some non-punts that led indirectly to touchdowns.
Indeed.
Uh-oh.
And it looks like we're going to have a shot at a big return coming around the left side.
If he'll make this one
And
man
he
miss,
cuts back in. He's got a lot of help evading traffic.
and he gets pulled down at about the, 15-10 right in there, and they're going to call a horse collar.
So it looks like the tackle was made by number 11 for the Knowles, but not before the damage was done.
We've still got.
If you can reiterate the Carolina Seminoles, don't use the word Knowles. Thank you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's all right, man. The Georgia Knowles will be playing
They're
later tonight
anti-Knowles.
against the Tigers.
No, they're Seminoles.
They're the Seminoles. Okay, I mean I can only tell you so much. Goodness gracious.
Yep, that's why he's the best.
Now, were the Seminoles native to South Carolina? I'm curious. I'm thinking geographically.
I'm gonna kill his mic, Craig. I have no
Nah,
problem with that.
He just asked a question. It wasn't anything.
Okay, all
My
right.
granddaddy actually hid on a Seminole reservation.
He gets a
for about a
granddaddy
year.
reference.
For about a year, he
Nobody
hid out
can
on Seminole
delete
reservation.
anybody on a granddaddy reference.
That's
Goodness
what
He,
gracious.
he was running moonshine, and they were gonna get him, and he.
But did he ever bring back cases of Coors from Texas because they're thirsty, dummy?
No, but my uncle used to have it flown in because he had a buddy that was an Eastern pilot, but
Okay.
back before they would sell it east of the Mississippi. And
what?
Man, nice defensive play.
Hello.
Yeah, that's going to be 5. That's a 5-point throw. That was belly to back right there. That's a 5-point throw.
Watch.
And I'm going to call Tom Bay on this one. For those of you that are fans of international wrestling, not wrestling but wrestling, that's match. He landed directly on his shoulders. Match is over.
Coach, do you have any experience of throwing people like that in a match?
You know what, man? I have never thrown anybody like that. I've lateraled people, which looks similar except you're chest to chest. But I've been thrown like that scarily enough, though.
Dude,
I wrestled the guy that was the #1 Greco-Roman wrestler in the nation when I guess I was a junior in high school. Marvin was a senior. We were friends. He was from New York. And he threw me like that 3 times.
well, there was a penalty on that play, and the only penalty I can guess was that guy hurt the ground by being thrown on it.
15-yard penalty. Got his feelings hurt.
Broke a blade of grass.
Some sort of environmental protection thing.
Yep. So now we're looking at, a little inside give right here, and
Man, the Seminoles making a stand.
yeah, they are. I mean, right now, if I am the force, I'm throwing the football.
Yeah, you've had so much luck with intermediate routes. I mean, why not?
And they're sitting, they're close to the goal line, and they're sitting in a too-high shell. There's things that destroy this. If you can block it up, which they seem to be able to do, this is an easy touchdown. There's so many holes right now that you can attack in this setup from a defense. I'm a big proponent of the closer you get to the end zone, get in somebody's chest and play man. Unless you just I wouldn't do that if I was playing against Calvin Johnson, but.
And there's the ball. It's out. It's caught. And that's going to be good for a first down.
I don't know, Coach. I think they're in a goal-to-go setting, so that penalty.
Was it goal to go?
It was.
It's a good thing one of us pays attention.
Now there's going to be 3rd down and about 3 or 4. So 3rd and goal. We're just going to say 3rd and goal from the 4 right here.
What you got right here, 3rd and 4 from the goal?
3rd and 4 from the goal. I'm going to try to get that.
3rd and goal from the 4. That might be a better way to say
There
that.
you go. I'm going to run the little same play fake right here, but I'm sending the short side receivers on slants and throwing it to the back out in the flat. They just gave it to the
They go
back,
right up the gut.
and
Man, denied.
so he's going to be at about the 1 or 2, I would guess, considering we don't have pylons. So my guess is as good as
Pylons
yours.
are illegal.
Or Cylons from Battlestar Galactica.
I do remember as a child dogpiling the rabbit. But that's one of those things.
It took us almost the first quarter to get a Battlestar Galactica reference. People are like, these guys are nerds. Or maybe just Coach Chapman's a nerd.
No, I'm definitely a nerd. There's he had the
Man.
slant. It just couldn't hang on.
I mean, that was a perfect call.
So the Seminoles able to bow their backs right there with their back to the end zone
And
in
now
the
it puts
shadow of their goalpost there.
And it puts them in perfect position for a safety.
And now you're just going, please get the snap.
That's a number 1 right here.
We talk about keys to the game. The snap seems such a mundane thing that's really not that important, but it is pivotal.
Coach,
Mostly because every play starts that way.
If we had videos of our practices that we could show on here and just watch how many times we run a perfect play set up to start practice, where we run 10 or 12, 15 plays and they're supposed to be done perfectly from every aspect, and to see 8 or 10 of them go on and then somebody snap the ball over the quarterback's head and just watch everybody lose their mind, they would understand our feelings about how important the snap is.
Good snap right there, quick give, but basically at the mesh point, the force defense.
And I have no idea where the end zone is at, but they've got to be pretty close to not getting out of it.
Yeah, I'm having a tough time seeing the lines. As many times I've been told to read between them, you would think that I'd be able to see them better.
Yeah, hello. Hello. Looks like we got a little bit of a coin toss going on here at South Cobb.
A little bit of one.
Trying to figure out what's going on. It looks like either that or they're trading cell phone numbers.
Maybe they're doing potatoes.
One
One
potato.
potato, 2 potato, 3 potato, 4, 5 potato, 6 potato, 7 potato, or.
All right.
Somebody zigged where they should have zagged on that one.
I think that play call was make sure you throw it and don't take a safety. Get it out of your hands. Do not.
I do miss the simplicity of potatoes. The potato is the way that children basically have debate. It decided many things.
Yes, it did. I can't, we're sitting here with Carolina Seminoles.